Welcome to Module 1 of The Power of the Pen. And as we stated in the overview, the first two modules deals with the mindset. And Module 1, we're going to talk about power. And what does power mean? Power is the ability to do or to act. The ability to do or to act. And so let us take a look at what that means in details. Power, taking decisive action without fear. That is when you truly own your power, taking action without fear. Developing a growth versus a fixed mindset. And I want to briefly talk about a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, right? A growth mindset says intelligence can be developed, which means it leads to a desire to learn, and therefore you have certain tendencies in a growth mindset. One, you embrace challenges. That's a part of the growth mindset. Two, you persist despite obstacles, which means no matter what comes up, no matter what comes your way, you are going to persist despite the obstacles that you face. Number three, you see effort as a path to mastery. So you know that you have to put the work in. You know that you are taking power over your own abilities. And so you are going to do everything in your power to make as much effort to get to the mastery. Number four, you learn from criticism. So if someone gives you critical feedback, you take that feedback and you work on it and try to do better next time. And then number five, you are inspired by others' success. So you know if you have a friend or a colleague or a neighbor or a family member that is having success based on their efforts, that inspires you to continue to work to make sure that you are putting in the effort as well to be as successful. Now, when you think of a fixed mindset, it's completely opposite. A fixed mindset is saying that intelligence is static, that it leads to a desire to look smart instead of being smart. Therefore, there is a tendency to one, avoid challenges, which is completely opposite of embracing challenges. Number two, giving up easily due to obstacles, right? The fixed mindset is saying, this is too hard. There are all these obstacles. I'm not going to move forward. I am done. I don't have the time. Can't be bothered, right? Which is completely opposite of the growth mindset, which says persisting despite obstacles. You see effort as fruitless. In a fixed mindset, you don't want to put the effort in. You think it's not going to go anywhere. You think it's fruitless. It's not going to return or be beneficial to you. Again, completely opposite of the growth mindset, which says the effort, seeing effort as a path to mastery. Number four, in a fixed mindset, ignore useful feedback. People with a fixed mindset gets very defensive when they're being criticized or when someone is giving them constructive feedback, right? Which is completely opposite from the growth mindset, which learns from critical feedback. And number five, of a fixed mindset, they're threatened by other people's success and have a tendency to criticize those who are successful, right? Or look down upon them, or maybe say bad things or even mean things about people that are working hard and achieving success. And so completely opposite of a growth mindset, which says that they're inspired by others' success. So be careful of the mindset, right? And as you're thinking through the word power, as you're thinking through that psychological, that emotional mindset, Be careful of a fixed, right? And try to be conscious, be intentional about what your thoughts are as a fixed mindset or as the fixed mindset, and ensure that you're changing that over to a growth mindset. You're throwing out the old ways and you are embracing something new, something that can give you growth and allow you to succeed, right? Writing what you desire to manifest is also taking power. If you want to manifest something, if you have thoughts and ideas and visions and dreams and goals, they must be written. You have to write them, because when you write them, you are taking an account for what is written. You cannot keep it in your mind or just in a vision without it being penned, right? That is the most incredible thing about the pen. You have to write. Habakkuk 2 says that write your vision and make it plain on tablets for others to see so they can run with it, right? So, writing what you desire to manifest is very important. Being bold about the power of God in you. You have to be bold. You were created in the image of God. God has given you power from the beginning of time. So you have the ability to do or to act accordingly, because the power in you is the power of God. So be bold about that power. There is no need to fear, because you are walking with the power of God. Own your story, no matter what that story is, no matter how painful the story is, no matter how ashamed you feel of the story. Own the story. Why? Because someone is out there who has experienced what you have experienced, or who is experiencing what you have experienced, or will experience what you went through. So, owning your story, standing up on that story, no matter how powerful, no matter how hard or painful, is actually owning the power over the story, and not the story owning you, right? Own your story, own your message. What message do you have for the world? What are your expertise and your experiences that you have gone through, that you know that will be beneficial to someone who hears that story or that message, right? The story that you have is the gift for someone else, right? And you are responsible for your own success. Success does not come because someone handed it to you. Success comes through hard work. Success comes through a growth mindset. Success comes through putting the work in. Success comes through taking constructive feedback. Success comes through failing and getting back up to doing it again in a different way, so that you learn your lessons and will put all the elements in place for it to be better the next time around.